Hey, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome back to your next fix of the World Cup Road to Glory here on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Now, in the last episode, we did magical things and we packed Lionel Messi, as you guys know. If you haven't already seen that and you want to see how that video plays out and how we got to this team, make sure you click in the top right corner. I'll leave a link to the previous episode there. And if you do enjoy, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up button for me today. I would greatly appreciate it. So it built up just enough coins that I could open one premium pack here, and I get super unlucky that it's not even boards. Like, you can nearly guarantee that you're going to get boards on one of them packs, so I got really unlucky that we'd grinded all the way back up to 7.5k coins, which does take a while on the road to glory, you know. We get nothing. We get Vermaelen, we get a few players that are fodder. Go back onto regular Ultimate Team and open up my pack there. The smoke is ridiculous at the moment. Don't know what's going on. But the players we get are actually 4 non-rares, and I get a silver pack as well. So that means that my overall discard value of both of those two packs is going to bring me back up to a couple for a few thousand coins, as opposed to normally like 12 to 1500. So that's quite good. Now, I stuck a few players in that I'm never going to use into an Africa upgrade. I'm not necessarily trying to get a specific player. I'm just trying to get specific players that fit the correct position that we can complete the Confederation SBC. That's the idea here. And we get a cam, a centre mid, and a centre back. Now, I think some of that's going to be relatively useful because, as you can see, I fit them into the squad right now. Switch him around there. So he's out of position there as a centre mid at cam, but I feel like maybe he might get enough chemistry if we get the right players going forward. It's just going to be tough to get like the fullback, and then of course to get the goalkeeper and stuff. So, but over time it will happen, and then we'll have enough coins to open another pack or two. So I go into today's online session in the online tournament. First match, I get matched up against Bobby Moore, Paul Pogba, and Eden Hazard, who's someone I don't really think I've played much against yet, and I don't think I've even packed him on my main account after quite a lot of coins and FIFA points. So I had no idea how he was going to play, but he was tough. He was really tough to play against. Now, we had a good old game, me and this chap. It was a lot of ball in the middle of the park and the odd opportunity for each player. I get away here in the 34th minute, and that's really my first concrete shot. And, well, Perisic is Perisic. He's going to fly that one into the back of the net. You just know it because he's got that killer left and right foot. And that one goes in off that stronger right foot that he's got. Not that it's stronger, because he's got the 5-star weak foot. So we go 1-0 up eventually, and as you can see here, there wasn't actually many chances for both teams, and I was on less possession. Both teams had very high pass accuracy. Once we had the ball, it was tough to get it off of each other, but then we got to the final third and didn't really manage to get the shot off, or if we did, our goalkeepers were kind of doing work. So Hazard moving through my team once again. He seems to get very lucky. Every time I try and tackle him, it falls back to him, and it wasn't really working for us there. But Messi eventually gets through, plays it to Dybala, and I get wiped out, but in the meantime I score the goal, so it doesn't really matter. It would have been a penalty or a goal, so I'll take the goal, thank you very much. No doubt in my mind there. Dybala sticks that one into the back of the net to actually give us a 2-goal lead in this game. Now, Chamberlain plays it into Hazard, Martial back into Eden Hazard, low drivens that one into the back of the net. This is in the 93rd minute, so literally just as full time is going to get called. So I wasn't super bothered, and I believe I literally just LTRT dragged the ball back a couple of feet from the kickoff, and he ends up calling the final whistle. So I get a 2-1 win there, but really good game against that chap. Like, we were on the very same level of skill. I think maybe just a couple of my players were better than his, and that's what helped us to victory. Now, moving on into this second game right here, he's got Blanc and Sula. He's also got Nainggolan and Harry Kane with Sterling in the cam as well. 4-2-3-1 with the central cam, the 3 cams as opposed to the left mid, right mid cam. And it was tough again, actually, to get going in this game. You can see that we both had a few opportunities. I'm the Brazil flag, of course, doing better for possession and pass accuracy, but my shots aren't really working. And then he plays that lovely ball to Neymar right there, cuts it straight back to Harry Kane. And I've got to say, although I tried to defend it, I feel like that one was undefendable. That was a really good ball back from Neymar. I didn't expect it. And then what a touch and finish from Harry Kane. So it was frustrating at the time, but I can appreciate that that was quite a well-worked goal right there. And I know that that was almost his game plan, to run it down the wings like that. But eventually, a few minutes later, I get my opportunity with Messi. And I'm not going to miss that because it's Messi and his shots and stuff are ridiculous. So really enjoying the Argentine at the moment. Like he's doing the business for us. You know, he helped to carry Argentina to the World Cup final in the last tournament, so I'm hoping that he can almost be like a one-man show for us. I know that there's other players in the Argentina team that do well, but we all know that Messi is the driving force in that squad, and hopefully he is for us as well. Now I move him back to Cam and bring Willian on, because I feel like that add a bit of pace and flair up top will help me again, and I actually get through not too long after bringing him on, and of course he scores the goal. 2-1. 73rd minute, we're actually back up in this match, and you know, after my opponent had scored a goal to get back into it, we're finally back in the lead. And once again, just such a tough game that could have gone either way, but I feel like after this moment right here is when the game almost like turned in my favour. I just got the upper hand. Leo Messi gets through here, takes the shot, but it sort of bounces out all over everywhere. Nainggolan gets a dodgy header to put that one in the back of the net. So I finally get my 2-goal advantage, which is oh so important with only like 14 minutes left on the clock. But I know that he could still get back into it because I know how quickly you can score goals on this game. But I still felt pretty confident. Now I play a lovely ball through to Willian here, and he slots it home. And he was almost the difference in this game. What a super sub to have. I never really thought about bringing him on in like the last episode because he was overshadowed by the fact that he was actually in my Messi pack. Now, I didn't realise that. I did at the time when I made the video and stuff, but I wouldn't have been able to tell you what the other two players were in my Messi pack because Messi dominated it, you know. And eventually we win the match 4-1, and the scoreline definitely doesn't dictate how the actual game went down because it was a lot closer than that. So I've had two pretty tough games here. But we have come away with 2 wins, so it doesn't really matter what happens in the third and final game. I should progress from the group stages to the knockout stages and get that all-important 1,500 coins and the premium pack as well. Now, I put a little player in here. I got a Cam who's not really going to work for us in the Africa squad, and I go into my final game. 4-4-2 second variant with Cristiano Ronaldo and Harry Kane. Other players, he's got like Kante at centre back. He's got Pogba in his team as well. Like I wouldn't say it's quite as strong as mine. Obviously, having Ronaldo is a massive advantage, and that's one of the finer goals, by the way, that I've scored on this game so far. The movement and the play was just... It played out exactly how I wanted it to, as I saw the move flowing. So I couldn't be happier with the end result there, and it was almost like super silky, super like... cool, calm, collected. That touchdown from Walker and the ball over the top, and that header was actually like me pressing like chip shot header so that it got a tiny bit over the goalkeeper. Whether or not headers do loop when you hit the chip shot button, I don't really know, but it worked out for me in the end. Now Cristiano Ronaldo runs down the other end and gets like a bit of a P-roller goal, but once he gets past that defender, once that ball comes to him there, of course it's going to end up in the back of the net. I just expect it to, no matter how good or bad the finish actually looks. Dybala was weaving his way round, plays it into Messi, and then, like I mentioned in the last episode, I know that I can hit a shot with Leo on the turn, which is not something you can necessarily do with every player on this game because they'll P-roll it, it will go wide of the post, it will just, you know, drag into the goalkeeper and just like hardly have any power on it whatsoever. But I know that I can hit them with Messi and that little bit of extra space there was what gifted me the goal. Now once again, another great first touch, a couple of little touches to get a bit of space and lining up that powerful shot there is the difference between me getting a nice 2-goal advantage in this match. And at halftime you can see I'm doing pretty well. I've got really good pass accuracy, my possession is great, had way more shots than my opponent, but the one time he's had a chance he's scored it. So it still leaves me worrying, like, what happens if he gets multiple chances in the second half? And by the way, I decided to bring Hulk on, knowing that this game didn't really matter. I wanted to try Hulk because I haven't managed to pack him on my main account, and I just wanted to see what he was like. And the very first shot I take is like an absolute monster hit into the roof of the net. Like, yes, Hulk, thank you very much. So I might try and use him a little bit more often if things are going well for us, just knowing that he's got that added strength and that that like potential for a beastly left-footed pile driver. So that's that for that game, and we end up coming out with the win, and 3 wins actually from the group stage. Done really well there, and that's how I play with the 4-1-2-1-2, by the way. And we get the all-important, 2.2k coins. We also get the premium pack. But let's go ahead and open up the single-player pack right now, see if we can get anything. No, nothing. It's not going to be boards, but hopefully it's an African player. No, it's not. It's someone that we can use for the other SBC that we've got to do, the North American or Central America one. We do get boards with 3 boards in it for our premium pack. Brazil, centre back, board player or walkout player, or should I say a pause player. I don't think he necessarily has to walk out. But it's 87 rated Miranda with 71 pace, 88 defending and 81 physical. I know when you see the Brazil flags, you're sort of hoping for like Neymar or, Coutinho or something like that. But to get 3 decent players there, Miranda, Szczesny and Rico, like 2 goalies from Europe. It's the curse of the goalie again. I don't need them. But I do go ahead and submit quite a high rated team. Like had Varian, it had a couple of other players in it that maybe you lot might not wanted me to submit, but I do it for the Africa SBC because I know that once we get enough of the correct players in here, we can just submit this one, get a whole bunch of coins and open another pack, and then create keep going from there. So that's the idea with that. We have a full squad now, but it is all literally just coming down to the fact that I need a goalkeeper, really, and that's what's going to give me the chemistry, I think, to help push through in this one. So I stupidly decide, it was really late at night, it was like 3 AM by the time I got here, and I wanted to open a pack, but I didn't have 7.5k coins. I had 5k to do a 5k pack, so we don't get boards, but we get Shadow Chem Style and a Sentinel. Like I know that I can go back over, sell them, and make a few coins back on that one, and we'll be back on our way to a 7.5k pack or a foot draft. We could potentially work towards that as well. It's just going to mean no packs and no team upgrades for a few episodes whilst we build our way back up to that 15k. Perhaps winning a World Cup would be good for that, for then me to be able to enter a foot draft with that coinage. So guys, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button on today's video if you have enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Hope you're all having a lovely day and continue to enjoy it, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.